Manchester United are really looking likely right now to be trying to get a hold of Liam Delap this summer transfer window coming up. And I think we've got to bloody go for it. We've got to get Liam Delap without a shadow of a doubt. We've got to. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to get a hold of Delap. This is a very, very, very important deal that we've got to get. And it could change our season next season, honestly, with a striker who knows how to score goals. And I know there's going to be people like, oh, well, he hasn't really, proven himself at the very, very, very top level. But look, he's someone who is able to perform and is able to be consistent. He is a good, explosive striker who we need at Manchester United, who is always in the box, who has got good pace, who is a good team player. That is the good thing about Liam Delap, and the good thing about coming from, a lower level Premier League team as well as, they don't have as big of egos in around their team. And I feel like that's the issue with, a lot of these players right now that we've got at Manchester United at this moment in time. It's some of them just have too much egos, and that's why, we're playing shit right now. And that's why it hasn't been great for many years for us at Manchester United, because players have just come into Manchester United thinking they've made it and don't really care anymore because they're getting paid their money. But with Liam Delap, he's come from that, background playing from Ipswich, who, has been playing well as a team for them. I mean, let's be real. Ipswich, their season's been a shambles as expected. But Liam Delap's been the only good, real, proper standout player for them. And, when Ipswich are creating chances, and Ipswich don't exactly create loads of chances, but Liam Delap's always on it, though. Liam Delap is always on it. He's in that box. He's charging through players, and he's able to get on the end of it and nick some good, solid goals. And, he works well for his goals all the time as well. So that's someone that we need at Manchester United, unlike someone like Rasmus Højlund, who's too bloody slow getting into the box, who's, too inconsistent, just in general, never really puts in a consistent performance, doesn't really play as a team. He just plays like as an individual player, really, Rasmus Højlund. With Liam Delap, that is completely different, and that is why we need him in Manchester United. And I am confident that this will work for us, to be completely honest with you. He is a very important player that is needed. I mean, he's never really injured as well. He's basically played every single Ipswich game this season. He's scored 11 goals. He's got 2 assists. I think, he is very, very important. Yeah, he's played all the games basically in the Prem. He's played their games in the FA Cup. He played in the Carabao Cup. Look, we need him at Manchester United. That is what we need. We need Liam Delap at United. He's not injury prone. He's not going to be like Mason Mount, who we sign, and he's just injury prone. Delap fits into this style at Manchester United very nicely as well. Because the thing is, we can create good chances. I mean, we saw it in the Nottingham Forest game. We can create good chances, but then we just can't score. We just can't put it in the net. When we played Arsenal at Old Trafford, we were creating big chances, but we just couldn't stick the ball in the back of the net as much as we would have bloody wanted to. And I feel like that's been more of a big letdown this season. And that is where, you do need to start criticizing people like Rasmus Højlund. It's where you do need to start criticizing people like Joshua Zirkzee. What are you doing? Why aren't you always up there? Why aren't you always consistent? Why are you flopping all the time? And, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But I have confidence in Liam Delap. He's playing for a dead Ipswich side right now, and he's scored 11 goals. And they're a team that don't create many chances. We do. Manchester United, we do create chances. We just can't put the ball in the back of the net. That's probably our biggest problem right now. But with Liam Delap, he is someone who is consistent on goal and is always playmaking in Ipswich chances that they do get. We need him at Manchester United. He will be a crucial player for us. And look, if we had Liam Delap this season, we could have had a really different season. I mean, to be fair, though, if we do think about it, it probably is best that he's had a season with Ipswich in the Premier League to adjust to the Premier League more. And then when he comes to if he does come to Manchester United, he's more of an adjusted Premier League player. And I feel like, I mean, that might be some of the issue that we haven't, that we've had when we have been signing players like Rasmus Højlund. He'd never played in the Premier League before. Joshua Zirkzee, he'd never played in the Premier League before. Liam Delap have. So I don't think, we should be, looking elsewhere in other countries. I feel like we need to be looking at trying to, bring in some other Premier League players. And I know that's difficult to do because, we got rivals and all that. But, even from some of these lower level sides, we can develop some of these players. So, yeah, look, let's bloody get Liam Delap in because he's going to be a bloody crucial player for this Manchester United team. And he suits Ruben Amorim's style very nicely.